to bring the PS2 and the shared force main up to an updated status. So, and finally, that basically, you know, if we are in a position to resolve these to the satisfaction of everyone, that basically then we were in a position to go forward and make a financial commitment to the plan.
Okay, thank you, Roy. Councilor Bonsteel.
Could I make a motion that the staff from, and I guess it's Blue Water's still at the table, I'm not sure if they would be involved with this, but that the staff from South Huron and Lambton Shores, along with the two mayors from Lambton Shores and South Huron, get together to discuss these recommendations and come back at the call of.
We'll get some dollar numbers on some of these items. I think we need to have that.
Yeah.
Why would these not be discussed right here at this point of decision?
We can.
Well, I think the issue is I think you're going to have some staff input on our side in terms of the financial implications.
Bring the staff to the board level. So everybody on the board hears the same thing.
I think that Blue Water has to be included.
Yeah.
Till February 4th, Blue Water is in. Whether they like it or not, they're here. And I think we should hear from them.
We should really have a seconder to that before we discuss it, but just draw it. Let's have
Okay.
let's have a little discussion on how we're going to proceed with this. Understand you're getting to the staff and having the staff and some of us do it. We have to go through these points as a board together. Mayor Roberts?
Yeah, we do have to go through as a board together, but I still probably think that it should be discussed by staff to get the information to come up with the answers to this, which we cannot do it here again. Because you may have to go through the books, you may have to go find it somewhere else. There will be questions being asked that only individual staff people can answer that we don't know anything about. We make the political decisions, we don't make the technical ones.
We're going to have to talk with
the
engineer on some of these things.
We have to. And that can come back to whatever report they come up with, will have to come back to the council saying, come to the board also, and then the board will bring the recommendations back to council.
I guess this report clearly explains what the status is, what the options are, what Lambton Shores does have those options. To be clear on that, the recommendation South Huron has asked, they're not going to go into capital ownership beyond 30.2%. These are the other recommendations. Trigger point at 80% of capacity. I don't have a problem with actual usage of 80%. I guess we'd have to ask when stuff is committed whether it ever gets to the actual usage. That's a question for the technical people to come back with their engineers. We have to have some discussion, I guess, about the Ontario Street, how that's done. If we would agree to that as Lambton Shores, and I'm only talking for discussion purposes. We did hope to have our collection system separate. If there is some flows from south here and there, we'd have to have some conditions with timing of that and costs that we don't want a July, August dig and all that type of thing. So those are concerns that I'm sure we can work through, but that can maybe be addressed with the technical staff.
We don't know what the cost of that motion. I'll second.
Okay. So motion is there, second.
What was the motion again?
Well, I'm moving the Blue Water. I think Blue Water is up to them. I don't think I agree with you. I think they're at the table until January the 31st. I think that's actually the end of the consideration. I don't think we can force Blue Water to be part of our discussions. I think it's up to them if they'd like to be because the clock keeps ticking and we keep, you know, I'd like to see some action on this thing, so I'm suggesting that the staff from South Huron and Lambton Shores, along with the mayors of each of those municipalities, and Blue Water is invited to attend, get together to discuss these recommendations, come up with a compromise, bring it back to this board for ratification.
Meeting back here next week,
Well, whenever.
as soon as possible.
I have a follow-up question then. I guess.
Are you seconding that motion?
I did second it.
Okay. Yeah.
I think Blue Water should be probably, and I know the pipe in the ground is not the same as the treatment plant itself, I know that. If they have any intentions of coming in 10 years from now, or whenever, if they do need it, or 10 years down the road, we have to be in negotiations with Blue Water over the size of that pipe we're putting in. Because if they want to be in, we have to oversize the pipe. If they're not in, then we don't have to oversize the pipe. So I think we need to discuss that somewhere down the line. That's got to be thrown in here also. So I think probably they should still remain at blue cross for now anyways. Because if, unless you don't want, or have no intentions whatsoever, there'd be no point in us oversizing that pipe for you guys.
Correct. And if we go back to the council, the Blue Water Council, and they decide we're not caring about that, then they have to live with that someday down the road. They're gonna have to get there by themselves. And that may be the alternative they want to take, I don't know.
But I mean, like, if you want some, I don't know, guarantees down the road, who knows what's gonna happen in 10 years, you don't know, you may want that. I don't know what it will cost, I have no idea, but that's why they have to go back to the staff and find out. But it's something that you're gonna have to discuss with your council, I guess, to see if you're gonna be involved or not.
Well, I agree, we can't have it both ways. We've already told the board that we've voted on and agreed to option 3, but you're right, if one of the hiccups is the fact that there's no point in us saying we want to get involved 7 years out if the pipe size isn't appropriate for it. So I agree with the mayor, I think we have to go back to our own council and have a decision made, and come back to the board and say, this is the deal, we're prepared to go.
We have to find out, I'd like to see the Blue Water have the discussions for these, till we get to the end of January. If our agreement changes dramatically, is it the same agreement? Is Blue Water still apart and still under that section to come back in? If we have changed that agreement, is the same deal there for them to come back in 10 years?
Well, then, wouldn't that be a question for the legal?
That's another clarification that I think we have to have there is whether, because of withdrawing, you're withdrawing, if we're not doing the same agreement that we all agreed to, we may not be reserving that capacity at the same price that it is now. It may be costing more, it may be a different formula for that. Mr. Dietrich.
And you're right, if it changes, like right now, Blue Water's in for the full bill double train. If it goes back to the full bill single train, where does that leave Blue Water?
Well, that's, as I say, if we have to have some legal opinions on our agreement, the mediated agreement, as to where that stands if we change this process. We also have to, I believe, confirm that for our full build single train, the funding is still in place, and we have to talk to our other partners and ensure that and get back to this committee. Any other questions on the motion? The motion is the technical team's going to look at these, we're going to come back. Councilor Combs.
Thank you. I sort of have a problem with the motion, because I really think that it should be just the staff, just, got nothing against our mayor, got nothing against Tony, but I really think that in the time frame, we want to get rolling on it. I know they have county council, I know you look,